right tackle never even got to push the read. But the read is clearly going out. Would you agree, running back?
Yep.
He's definitely going out, so he's now going to read the 3. You see how they wouldn't let the center even push?
Yes, sir.
So we tell the center, you club up, stay square. Step up, stay square. Now the back guard's in a man scheme. If he hadn't grabbed his back arm, what would have happened right here?
Spun out and got it.
So he would have spun out and made this play. Now let's take it from end zone. That is a man call by that left guard. Centers work frontside combination. Tackles work frontside combination. Tight end's helmet is wrong. Would you agree?
Yes.
It needs to stay on the outside leverage.
That's right.
When you do that, the runner has to immediately go to the 3.
What do you tell him his back leg? Are you telling him even put him in his back step, second step driving it? Or are you just telling me, is it nuts, is it leg, is it foot? That play side guard. Are you saying, what's your coaching point with that, with this?
I have the outside half, and the center's got the inside half, and you are coming off, and your left fist really should ball under. He's got too much arm behind for me, but his helmet is stretching, and his right hand's exactly where I want it. The center couldn't push because the mic wouldn't let him, right? Now, the left guard cannot control the front, so what we're trying to create with the runner, Steve, is a two-way cut. We want him to have the ability to take the front gap or the back gap. If I were the runner, I would have chosen this gap too.
Yep.
Now let's go to the read, because this is what everybody does not understand about this system.
Coach, why did you not chop the linebacker on the backside of the tackle, or do you care
I think
anymore?
he felt he plugged him so fast
Okay.
that he was not in a body position to suddenly adjust. Because you got to remember, athletically, that's a mismatch.
Yep.
Athletically. Now, here's what I want. I'm going to do this about 4 times, and then you guys will start doing it because you'll see what I'm saying. That tight end is 3.5 yards outside that hash mark.
Yes.
Okay? Just bear with me when I pause it. And you tell me where that backside 2 is.
3.5 yards outside the hash.
Huh?
3.5 yards
Now,
outside the
is
hash.
that a cutback play?
Yes.
No.
It isn't in theory because your aiming spot was exactly where you cut.
I'm with you. It's cut up play.
Now, does it look like a cutback? Yes, it
I'm
does.
with you.
To the team, it looks like a cutback. To the defense, it looks like a cutback. But he really pressed the ball at the hole, and in my opinion, 28 has made a great read. A great fucking read. Because he took one cut downhill, and he's going to get what he can get. There is going to be no negatives here out of 28 in a whole season because he learned to stay with it. And then the quarterback's holding the back edge play. Now the fullback assumed because he's there, he is the backdoor cut player. You understand? He becomes the backdoor cut concept in everything that's going on. We want to cover him up and stay square. So the center, you see, immediately is trying to press back into him to give him downhill cut. Downhill cut. And that, to me, is what the whole thing is about. I mean, it is. Now, we went to one back, and I'm on the same reel. Why am I on the same reel? Because it's the same teaching to me. I just need to know, is it base or is it nickel? Well, the guy up at the top is the will backer. Okay? So the center's in Mike declaration. So the backer strong over here belongs to the tackle tight end combination. The left tackle now can't sift because he's got an end on him and a backer. He does not chase anybody. So the center makes the strong side combination call. The back guard makes a man call. The tight end's going to create a read with the tackle. That ball should come to the edge. Why? What's his read tell him?
Defensive end's going inside.
Defensive end is inside. Now, he didn't go down, but our helmets are outside leverage.
Yep.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
And we now are in a position. Who is now fucked up? The wide receiver, who happened to be a third tight end, second tight end. He needs to push crack on the corners. So he needs to push this corner on his way to the safety. He doesn't want to go inside because when he does that, what vision does he give to the corners? Now the runner took care of it because he made him miss, but we know that ain't going to happen. That isn't fair. This guy out here should have pushed into the corner, then up to the safety. Now those guys get a heavy dose of fucking coaching in this shit too now. Now you want to hear some guys getting screamed at on this team? When those guys don't do what they're supposed to do, there are people on their ass like they have never heard. And you talk about getting their noses out of joint because they are the problem guys on everybody's team. In the National Football League and college as well. They think they're the stars. Well, you're a star provided you do what your job is in the fucking running game. Otherwise, get the hell off our team. We just got rid of the 2 best receivers on our team after year 1. And we're down to 2 new ones, and they're better than the ones we got rid of, guys. Because those guys ain't worth having on your team. If they aren't team oriented, we don't want them. We don't want them. Sorry. That's just the way we feel. And they will learn to do it. Now, does that mean they're going to be killer dogs? No. But he should have pushed his crack, and away we go. But the read is clean. It is as clear as a day. Let's just look at it one more time from end zone. Is the tackle stepping where I said the tackle should step? Helmet.
Yes.
Is the center aiming for where he should be aiming?
Yes.
Yes, he is. The right guard, is he taking outside half? Yes, he is.
Inside.
He is powering the backside. We man call a back guard. Notice that back guard has lost some leverage.
Yep.
You see what I was saying about the leverage problem of a man call?
Yep.
Center has no idea where this ball is going. He's going to climb that backer and play as aggressive as he can play. Sometimes he cuts that, sometimes he stays up on it. This guy dodged, he'll go to cut. Because in that guy not being in the field lane, that's where the hole is. That's the Mike backer's lane, you realize.
Coach, remind us one more time, let me ask you at the center. You know, would you want him to push this more?
Well, let's just see. How much has he pushed him? See, I think he's pushed him as much as he can afford to because his backer's not flowing where?
Over the
Over
top.
the top.
Yeah. So let's say the cut had to go in that hole. Can he afford to wait any longer to come off? See, I don't think he can.
Okay.
Now, I'm not saying that's perfect, but
No,
you
no,
know,
it's fine.
shit, that's why we're here. That's what we're doing.
Coach, would you have that backside guard lose more ground? Is that what you were?
No, I want to
teaching?
leverage step it.
Okay.
I think I'm playing. I think I've got him. He's a new kid. He's his first year. We got him from another team, and he had to learn all this in 1 year. And he's doing it like a robot. He's doing it like the way we coach it, and he forgot that the game starts with dipping. The game starts with being under the pads of the defender, you know. And he's trying to be perfect, and in being perfect, he ain't playing football. Well, that's bad coaching. That's my fault. That's my number one project this year, to get that left guard where he plays good and full speed. Because right now he's robotic. That's my job. That's why they pay me. I gotta get straight. Now, a lot of times, this one is over under. Okay? So we may have called the play over here weak, or we may have called the play up there strong. But we're reading something in the secondary that tells us which way to go. And we read right. Because this was going to be 19 strong, and the safety has come down over here. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
When we went up there, we might declare it because all three of them are in the box. Because it's just 2 wideouts instead of 3, right? Or it could have been however you set the system. Where's the read going?
Outside.
Outside. That ball does not go inside. That ball goes outside. Did the tackle put his helmet where he's supposed to? Yes, he did. Tight end probably didn't thrust it enough, but I think he felt the fast flow of the linebacker over the top, so he had to get going. Left guard's helmet is too wide.
Yep.
His aiming spot should be there, but as that helmet comes in, he needs to keep the leverage tighter to that helmet. Don't turn your shoulders and climb.
Now,
I'd like him to get outside leverage right there. That's hard to do athletically though, right? Because
Yeah.
their guy is a better player than my guy.
Footwork on the back. Looks like it's a tempo through the exchange point to a burst. Or is it a full speed?
No,
drop?
no, it's tempo. It's tempo. It's been trained. There's been so many guys. To be quite honest, I have so much trust with this guy. I don't even know that I've checked his steps. But I think you will see that he has gotten the ball on the third one, and he already is ready because the read is already in his head. But what he can't do is bounce before he gets
For
the
the
ball.
exchange, right.
Right, because we don't know what that seven's going to do. He
Right.
doesn't know what that seven's going to do, but he's got a pre-read that is a good chance it's going to happen right here. Somebody asked about the back tackle man call. There it is right there. And he's going to go to his legs.
Coach, will you coach his left guard when you say his head's too wide?
It started fine. It started fine. But don't you think the defender's helmet has come in some?
Yeah.
So what should happen to my helmet placement? It needs to tighten a hair because he can't allow that to split the center gap.
I tie a lot of them with their footwork. Like
You
his
may be
second
right.
step.
You may be right. I just think he didn't adjust. I think he's robotic right here. And the thing I don't like right here is he didn't understand the play. The play says you keep outside leverage to the front side and you play angles on the backside.
It's a hell of a job here, Senator. Oh, God.
Well, you know, he just doesn't choose, and he's always worrying about locking back in. I will tell you this right now. I had college jobs where this guy could not have started. Had a better center at Georgia, had a better center at Auburn, had a better center at Ohio State than this guy, okay? But he's mine, and I'm his. He's as fucked with me as I am with him, but he's a tough fuck.
Mm-hmm.
And he ain't afraid, and he's smart, and I go to war with him. And, you know, someday he'll wear out, but right now, he's my baby. So I got to get him where he does what he got. I like the tight end staying leverage. I don't like the wide out, because when he did that, what did he do to the runner?
Forced them in.
So you
Force
don't
him
do that
inside.
to the runner. You keep outside leverage on the force element in the play. Outside leverage. And those are essential little points, you know, that get in it. Now, I know it's hard. I mean, fuck, I'm not saying any one of those are easy, but we're trying to do it as best we can. Now, again, this could be over. Safety's down, so we would be heading over here.
Stiff arm with the guard.
You got a good view of this weekend.
Let's take it from end zone. I don't know if we're gonna see it good enough. All right, let's take the triple dip. This should be a club arm by the tackle. Notice how he doesn't come off the ball near as good as the rest of them.
Yep.
Because he can't afford to, because 90 has threatened
Right.
the inside seam, correct?
Yep.
Now that's a hard read, but we tell the runner this. You immediately go from 1 to 2. Now where's 2 going? 2 is clearly going out, right? I'm coming back door. I'm coming back door. And you say the nose, which is now the 3 technique, look how far that guy is over there, guys. Where does the tight end start? 2 yards inside the other hash? Where is the backside 3 when he made the cut?
Cut on the ground right there.
Isn't that amazing?
Mm-hmm.
One more time.
Now, he can go either seam here. He can go either seam. He can go outside the fullback, inside the fullback. Well, we got 26 to deal with back here because we can't get to him.
Right.
Quarterback needs to keep going. He peaked too quick. Had he kept going, what do you think 26 would do?
Froze at
He'd
least.
have frozen just a hair and not been a run supporter. I think the runner took a chance here. But watch him when he finishes, because this is what he is. He's always gaining upfield ground. Upfield
Now,
ground.
the back on this one, Coach, when you talk, he's reading 1 to 2. So you tell him right here, he doesn't have a clean read
You're
on, he
inside
doesn't have a
95.
clean read on 1 yet. When do you go to their second
No,
read?
no. To me, as soon as he saw 95 play out, 90 doesn't give him a read. 90 gives him no read.
That's
okay?
what I'm saying. You don't
So-
get your first read.
So in my
immediately.
opinion, right there, he immediately goes to his number 2 read and he gets downhill.
Okay.
Because 90 hasn't given me anything, and part of it is because the left tackle can't hit him, right?
Right.
I can't afford to stretch him because he's threatening my inside seam. Now let's take this cutoff tackle back here, because this was part of the stiff arm guard, right? All this.
Yep.
See how he's always gaining ground right there. And then when you go to throw, start moving and wiggling. Just wiggle and try to get as many pieces of that body as you can. The back guard knew right now, I would like that cut. He just couldn't get off the hand grab. See that 92's grab?
Yeah.
He couldn't get off the cutting, but he needs to. He needs to teach that guy, you go in there and we're going to cut you now.
So that's more of a stiff arm. is what
I
it
think
is.
so. Now, sometimes this play is run with a man backside system and 2 back, and I just put this on here in case you're ever interested. This is also over called, so if we were running it that way, we'd come over here. If we were running it here, we'd go over there. You see what I'm saying? And we are now manning both guard and tackle, and the fullback now has the backer. Does that make sense? It's 18 strong man. It's 18 strong man, we just call it 18 man, obviously. And the reason we do it is, if the ball had gone back, there's a big hole back there.
Right.
Because you see what has happened, they can't stretch the hole. But the reed did not take him back there. Ain't
No.
nothing we can do about that.
Now, is there a time you go to that?
I
just
do that about every 4th week, and I bring it in the game plan. And it's in as over. So it's 18 strong or 19 week, it's 18 man or 19 week for that week. But that week, we still carry the other strong play. But it's a way for the defense, and there's a great pass off this. We do not run it here. They run it at Denver all the time. And that's the reason it's in, is you have one of the great play actions in football in two back, geared here. Because now you're manning this guy. See, now the fullback is a defender, and you are selling the shit out of a great run. And what happens to all the linebackers right now?
Oh,
They're going to hit us right in the chops. You can imagine the two-deep system. And here, when it has been run, we have tried to release him because we do so much arc blocking anyway. And over here, they can't tell the difference. And we put him on that. I'm not so sure it's as good. Denver, I think, runs it better than we do, but that's just my opinion. But that is a big-time play action pass. Because I promise you, those linebackers will hit us in that backfield. Because they ain't going to stop that play if they don't. They know that. They got to get up in there. So now you got vertical 16, 20-yard routes coming back to the ball against his own. You know, ain't.
So Coach, just want to go back to the back for a second here.
Just a tempo.
Okay, just
Let's take.
in your all, you know, wherever you've been, you're coaching that tailback right now. He's exchanged points out on his third step. He's getting the ball.
Okay.
How fast is he heading at that, or his first three steps, how fast are they? And then once he has it, how
I
fast
think it's
is he?
controlled. He used that word, and I think it's a controlled step, and it'd be interesting when Ollie comes down to see how he teaches. I'll tell you this, every back does this a little different. Every back drop step's a little different, every back's angles are a little bit different. They all are a little bit different, and we've still been able to maintain it. Now, we had one back at Denver that ran it so fast, we had to widen our landmarks. Clinton Portis was the running back at Denver, the kid out of Miami.
Yep.
And when he was there, we had to widen every landmark 2, 3, 4 inches. Because he fucking ran that thing so fast that we weren't getting to the next level and he's already ready to read cut. We had to widen to get more width out of the whole play.
Once he gets the ball, 100 miles an hour.
Well, he's on that third step, so the decision's made on that third
He's
step.
making it, well, he's gonna get it. He's got a pre-read here. He looks at the 7 and he knows there's a chance for a bounce. When he has the buck on the ball, he knows the ball ain't going out there.
Right.
He still presses the same hole. He's now reading the 5.
Right.
So now he's reading the 7. So he, in his mind, he already knows there's a good chance this could bounce.
Right.
Now, let's just say, did he do it right or did he do it wrong? Well, that
That's
right
easy.
there tells me to bounce the play.
Yep.
Okay, so he has started to bounce. Now the 7 plays out. If you're a runner here, you know what you're going to get told to do? You get that motherfucker down in that pipe, and you make 3, 4, 5, and you be consistent. You do not dodge that. You do not dance and rebounce that play.
That to me is, right there, that to me is huge. We've got that picture, we've had it a bunch. Right there,
You're
you're,
going to get that picture.
go get it right
You
now.
know, the 7 really didn't give him the read. The backers are the one that gave him the read, didn't it?
Yep.
And his vision of how many times, the thing that we insist is we only make one read. So if I bounce here, you better bounce that fucker all the way to that edge. Or you better get it down in that hole.
Right.
Okay?
Yep.
So is it past the 3rd step? Yeah, it is. He's already started bounce. And now he said, hey, you know, I'm running out of fucking time right here. And the guard here should have kept pressing a little bit more, take that thunder off as much as you can. But that is a great downhill cut by that runner, in my opinion. I don't want anybody, you know, screaming at that because of the system. It is a bounce read from the start. Now the 7 is played out. You know what they may have done here? They may have called that pinch system. Let's go to the end zone and see if we can see this. Yeah, see the defensive end?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
See, he's lined up wide. So the right tackle has combination with the right guard to that player over the tight end, and the center should be man on the backer. If the center doesn't get this call, he'll go triple, and he should not do that. He should go straight up through that pipe right there. That did not get sent. That's a new right tackle in the ball game. Notice the right guard is still using club, but do you see how easy the read is when you get that defense with the wide end? Why would you ever go T out there? You wouldn't. Because you got him fucked right here.
These guys are fairly staggered, these guys, huh? Your right tackle, stagger stance.
He's a transplant that came in here, you know, it's on his last leg, and he's too late to change.
Yep.
See, the guards, how much of their insteps are deep? Not,
Yep.
not very much. Right, left tackle, not very much.
Nope.
The right tackle makes sense. Tight end, to me, is the perfect stance.
Right,
If
balance.
you had to set it.
So you get your pinch with your hand by the right tackle.
Center she call man.
Guards club and centers, same man.
Right.
He won't, is he a vertical guy?
Who?
The center.
Yeah, but he goes through front A.
Front A.
Front A, just turn shoulder pads so that the pinch doesn't knock him off. And then we've got a man call here, I can tell just from the way this is blocked. You see the left tackle?
Yeah.
So now 44 is responsible for either of those two threats. Which do you think's the bigger threat he should take?
Yeah.
He ought to take the mic, shouldn't he?
Yeah. He's still protected. He's
Then the
really
center
not,
could climb and take the wheel.
he's still gonna protect the B gap in a sense.
I would say he has the gap behind the left guard. The left guard got much better leverage with his hips here.
Yeah.
But obviously the back can feel all the shit coming out the back door. The keeper by the quarterback was great. He's running down here.
Who's that? Is that Ducky, the tailback? How much
Here's-
difference
here's-
is between Work and him being two different guys?
So this guy can't play. He can't play in the system. He's a great kid. He just doesn't fit us. He's too slow to hit the ball, the hole. I'd much rather have a smaller, quicker guy than he is. But he's what I got, so I got to make do, and we're gonna get another one. We got no choice. Here's the team covering everybody up, like you said.
Yeah.
Florida State does to you.
Yeah, there's Florida State's wide nines.
Now this is the weak wide, which is no different in concept.
It's 35. Great job.
You
with
see
left
all
guard.
the drop steps starting on the back edge. And this is here's the mechanics. Is what's hard to teach here. Is what 28 does as a football player.
Now, let me ask
Get
you,
that son of a bitch down the hill, and you get all there is, and we go back to the huddle. The players you get, and I know this is a fact, because we get them after you get them. They want to go right there and make 3 more cuts.
Yep.
And you can't do that. You cannot do that in the system. Now, the quarterback has fucked this as well, right? What's he watching?
Watch the ball.
Yeah, he's watching the ball. We got problems too. You know, ain't nothing any different. Combination between the center and the guard, the way we taught it.
left guard's great.
Left guard's helmet could be a hair wider,
Yep.
just a hair wider, but he had good explosion, he came off the ball good. This is the starting right tackle. See how his stagger is not near as much as the other guy?
Yep.
The tight end, I think, is perfect. The right guard's fine, left guard's fine, left tackle's fine. I think those staggers make sense.
Backside guard tackle, they're comboing this right now.
They are comboing this because there's, in their mind, that's more of a 3 than a 2. If that were an inside shade, they would make a man call back here, and the right tackle would have to call him off if he needed to with linebacker location. But they're working combination. Right guard should not pivot on that, but I know him, he's trying to knock them all back. That's my knock them back player right there.
So if you're the tailback right now, coach, okay, if the guard had finished stronger, right there, would you have wanted that thing to hit inside the ass of the right tackle?
I don't think I would question that. I'd tell him, you find the crease that you want to get in, and you get in it. And don't double cut it. Don't double cut it. Make a decision. Live with it. Live with it. Because you realize those are ugly 4-5s. I mean, that's how you win football. Because if you do that, and then you block the defenders downfield, you'll come out of there and you'll make 20s. Right? And so if they don't make that cut, you're not going to make long plays. You're not going to
Right.
make them. It's
Right.
just the way it is. Now this one is probably over it as well. It was called over here, and he's flipped it over there because of one of the safeties that he thinks is a threat. Fullback got a bad read. Should not have gone outside of that. He's reading just like the runner does.
Yep.
Should go inside of that. Runner made a great downhill cut though.
Will you on
Fullback.
occasion, coach, if you feel the three technique has really widened himself out, call that off with the center and let him work more in conjunction with the right guard?
I think that's what he did.
Okay.
And the fullback is totally wrong, because the way we teach this is different now. I'm not sure you want to get into all that, but
Right.
drop step for the tight end's not quite where he wants to. See his helmet?
Yep.
See, that's all fucked up. And to the 74, the right tackle, he doesn't care whether it's 51, 22, 55. He's gonna go at that angle, and he's gonna take the first one that blitzes in that crease,
Right.
and then go to the next one, and then go to the next one. And we would like him to cut if he can, but athletically, there's a mismatch there, right? I mean, no matter how you cut it. He and 28 are not on the same page. And it's time for a keeper. When our quarterback comes to the sideline, we would like him to say, are they honoring you out that side over there? And the answer is, no, they are not. They are not, coach, they're not.
Coach, how many people in the league run your style here?
Jacksonville, Denver, and ourselves, and everybody has a little piece, but very little. And they can't get it coordinated, so they give up on it, which helps us. Because it's too hard to put it in with all those other plays.
Right.
You see, if you put them in with other plays, guys, you can't do it. I mean, you're fooling yourself. You can't get it all done. You can't. So, you know, when I make these trips, I say, guys, hey, I'll give you this stuff, but I'm gonna tell you right now, you put this in with counters and powers, weak and strong, you can't stay on the front practice field long enough to do all the things you do. So, you know, you gotta make a decision. So, you know, Miami put the force game in, and then they hadn't stayed up with it, and they just changed that whole group,
Right.
you know, because they tried to do too many things. They couldn't be great at anything, and it hurt them. SC stuck with it. The Michigan crew's going full-time now for the first time. They've made a
Yeah,
commitment.
I remember because they were messing with it for a while.
They're going
Now they're
all the way
full-time.
now. They're going all the way, but if they don't, Lloyd's gonna get fired. You know, so shit. And this is what I didn't want to get in with the fullbacks, but,
Right.
you know, we read just like the runner does. We
Right.
start at the end. If the 3 goes out,
Yeah.
our fullback does not have a guy. He is now a searcher. That's a very complicated
Right.
system, and I don't know that you want to get into this if you don't do much to back, because this is hard. This is
Are
really
you,
hard.
is the center ID and the front side back?
Center has declared this like a bear front.
So they're going front.
He's declaring this as double reduction.
Yeah.
What's y'all term there, so I can talk your language?
Just bear.
There.
Okay. He's declared this as a bear front, and the reason he did is because the nose lined up square.
Yep.
And he had enough prep work done from the film that every time he squared, that the 3 technique here on the backside, who's really a 4-eye, he's probably pinching down. So he has one blocking scheme on that combination. It's always the back 3, never double with the front guard. Okay, so he changes his concepts to the back 3 in any bear, weak or strong. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Yeah.
We never double the 3 unless they're stunting every snap of the game. You know, we just don't do that. We only work the back 3 in combination. So the front guard hears the bear call, and he knows the triple is going to be a back triple, not a front triple. So 3-man scheme. So you see his club arm go. That's the reason I know he knows what he's doing. See how he clubs with his right hand,
Yep.
the left guard. He ought to stretch a little more with his helmet, but he's stretching. And that's what enables the fullback to read it like a runner.
Yeah.
So our center's really responsible for 59. He can't get to 59. Notice he does not avoid the one that's there.
So the fullback compensates
So
it.
the fullback is a searcher for us once the 3 goes out.
At the very start, he's on that same landmark though, right?
Oh, he
Goes
started
tight end.
outside at the defensive end.
Yeah.
See, he started out here. On the first one, he couldn't get off that landmark, right? Remember that first one where
Yeah.
he played in?
Mm-hmm.
He got off, he stayed outside that landmark, and he don't want to do that. He wants to quickly get to number 3 unless he gets a pinch done. And you can get some pinch done.
Backside tackle.
He should be drop step cutting. Getting on his legs. That's shitty coaching, shitty play. 'cause all he's doing is
lateral
lunge.
emphasis of
That is
push
not the
and
way
all
it's
that
taught.
stuff. The press is not as important. It's the third step decision.
Bad ball.
You know what I mean?
Okay, now, if this had been nickel called and it's one back, then the left guard has 56. You see, this would not have been a Mike connotation concept for us because we would have used a word that would have told us we have the wheel backer. If we don't use the word, then the fullback has the wheel backer. Then the center left guard are working to 55, and the right guard, right tackle are responsible for 55 up to 21, and we turn loose 58 on the backside. So that's how we spot those players with definition as to one back, two back. Which you have to be able to do in a language, because otherwise your players won't know how to call these.
Coach, go back now, once again, let's go back. When you're doing this, in terms of that insert here, and you got this, they're going really to 21 then, right, is what you're saying, this
That's correct.
combination?
Yep.
21.
We never turn out away from a 9.
How do you change it? What's the teaching with the guard different, knowing you're coming all the way back to a safety, or is it?
Yeah, they don't know.
They don't, so that left
Center
back,
left guard do not know which ones they have spotted back here because they can't see them all. So the center has gone C to 55. The right guard, right tackle, no, they do not have 55 unless he blitzed A gap. He blitzed A gap, we're gonna chop him down because now the left guard's going to 21.
so the left guard's footwork, any different
No
than?
different. Now, it's always hard to decide how far to get in, how hard to do that. That technique takes a lot of work. That's like third or fourth in our technique stuff.
Okay.
We use that technique a lot of times, and sometimes they get in too deep, sometimes they don't get enough. The important thing is that you shut this nose off, you know, because
Yeah.
defensively, they're counting with this blitz, that nose should have looped hard over the left guard's face, right?
Yeah,
I mean, he should have, he didn't. He tried to get there, but he couldn't get there. So once we built that wall, they're in trouble. I mean, they're in big fucking trouble. Now, our fullback is not a real thud player, as you can see. He's an athlete, right? I mean, we don't win on those guys, but we don't lose on them. That's how we kind of approach it. Get square, stay square, try not to have your feet get knocked back, and we live with what we got there. We do not ask him to be a blunder. Now, if we have one of those 250-pounders that can do all these things, but we ain't got that. I mean, he goes in, if this guy's hurt and Doug gets hurt, he's got to play. You know, he's going to have to run tailback. And those all are nickel rules, so he can pass protect as good as any of them.
How big is he?
Huh?
How heavy is he?
21, 20. But not a powerful guy. Mississippi State fullback that was a tailback when he started. Now, it's 3-4 front, so the left guard, left tackle are working combination. Fullback's got the wheel on the ball, and that's the toughest one of all. Easy to drop step for the tight end in the 3-4 when you're right there. You see, I don't know that the read is wrong. This is the fullback at tailback because the guy did hit the fullback with the wrong shoulder, correct?
Yep.
So even though that's not his read, I think what his reaction is smart because the guy is trying to make him bounce, and what his rule is, bounce fast. Wide receiver went a little quick to the safety, but he hit. Now you're making a corner tackle or a tailback, and that's the world we want. We want to put our backs on their corners. I don't like the speed that he went to the safety, but I know he saw him coming. See, I know he did. And so we would tell him, your first job is safeties. Your second job is the corners. Push the corners as long as you can and still block the safety. Quarterback did not give us keeper action, but good downhill run. Now we'll really have to work hard on these combinations. The left guard to me has stepped too wide for a tight 3-4. The back guard and center are working that combination to 54, but 54 belongs to the right tackle if he blitz back gap fast. Right tackle shouldn't cut this fast. He's got 54.
He's got B gap up through.
He's got to run 54 to the back guard. Now the back guard could come off here because the nose played pretty heavy on the center. So, you know, there's some things happen in the 3-4 that make that a much tougher play to teach, but double cuts. You know, in the long range, you'll have good plays. This turned into a bear front as well. Now here's a club tackle that didn't quite get it clubbed. But to the fullback, that's not a pinch, right?
Right.
He's just run through our left tackle. So I think what the fullback did makes sense. I mean, I think it makes sense. But the left tackle has to be a better technique player than this. Notice the center's working a backside combination of a bear front. The left guard now is a club arm guy. See that back end?
Yeah.
Don't let him in there. Don't let him throw you out. That's what he wants to do. He wants to throw you out and fall back in there. In my opinion, the fullback should not have gone out. He should have read 75 and gone inside of that 3 to 92.
We had a bunch of that, you know, because
It's hard.
we put this in mid-year this year, and we did not really get the club part taught yet. So
Right.
we had a bunch of fall-offs
Right.
taking place,
We tell
fives
him,
and
that's
threes.
why we'd really rather run the play weak out of affirmation. But if the backer's on the ball, we can't do that.
Right.
You know, if the backer's on the ball, we gotta get over to weak or whatever you call that. So, but, cause he can get under a 3 from I.
Right.
It's hard when he gets over.
No question.
It is tough. It is a tough fucking deal there. There's that fullback being searcher. He read the 3, see him right here?
Yep.
Now he goes and fits up and creates the 2-3 extra yards that you're gonna get on a play. Combination between the center and right guard is well done. Back guard, he could read that stance. See how that guy would push him off right there if he cut him? The left guard. See, we gotta run him with leverage. Run him with leverage. Left tackle's ass is going the wrong way on the cut. Tight end's ass is pretty good here.
Your center on that too long?
The center on that too long. Right there, Lee. Part of that's athleticism, I'm sorry. I can't help it. He is what he is, I'm sorry. Yes, I'd like to see him do it, but they understand that our fullbacks
Fullbacks
are
clean up.
gonna read the same thing, see? And if he had taken the other one, it wouldn't have pissed me off either.
The other back?
Yeah. Even though the other backer hadn't threatened, the center would start back. But had he plugged, we would have taken him at center as well. I don't like the right tackle stopping on his club technique, because see how everybody runs into him?
Yeah, no.
But he doesn't stretch with his helmet. That's a backup player that's playing. And the helmet is what has caused no stretch to occur, in my opinion. When you club, you must take your outside hand and your helmet and make him think there's width. Right there, he doesn't have a width read, does he?
No.
Defensively?
No.
No. He has nothing that makes him go out there.
Let me ask you, his tailback steps.
All right,
Is he
this
real-
is
is he
different
real
guy
tight?
now.
Yeah,
This
he
this
looks
is
bad.
the
He
guy
don't
that
look
can't
as
play.
near as good.
He just looks real. He
The
looks
whole
almost- he looks
track, the
downhill.
whole thing is
And
kind
worse
of.
than that is he's too far behind the play.
Yeah,
See, ducking is not in the hole. But guess what? I mean, that is what he is. He's the guy that needs to be in the downhills and
Yeah.
the
powers,
the
the
isolations
gaps, yeah.
and the powers and the OTs. He's a good player. He doesn't finish because he doesn't fit the blocking scheme. I ain't got good enough players to block him long enough for that fucker to get there. I'm sorry.
Right.
I didn't got that. It ain't his fault. Right?
Come on, playing to your strengths.
Hey, we all got it. We all got some. They had to play.
Fullback's point here.
Fullback's point should be at the defensive end and reading his helmet. The tailback drop steps and goes to an imaginary tight end. We know which one we're reading. Now, I can tell you why he's pointing them out. He's trying to force block this. Force blocking for us says the left guard has that backer and
Yep.
the fullback now has that backer. They did not get this pushed across because the backside doesn't get it reset. we respot a lot of things. This is a big two-back system, so I don't know if you wanna get into that, you know? To me, it's better to over and take the play and go the other way. I'm just telling you how I feel about the play, but they go together. That's why the left guard went there, but see how the right guard didn't know?
Yeah.
See, he could easily gotten to that one, but he didn't know that. He didn't get that call. Great cut by the runner, and when he got up, he got all there was at the end. A lot of guys are gonna dance right there now. They're gonna dance. Not here. They say I would've fucked up Sayers and the guy in Detroit. I would've coached him right into the Hall of Shame, but, you know, we have had a lot of fucking runners who just keep making lots and lots of yards, cause we get them right up in there. We get them right there before everything falls apart. And you notice there's a lot of helmets down in here now. There's a whole bunch of these. 3 played out, fullback. 3 played out, fullback. Go back door. Back door. He made that tough for his runner. The fullback. See how the runner wanted to go back here?
Yeah.
Backs love this system, Coach.
Yeah, because they get to the line of scrimmage and haven't been hit. You know, I mean, that's like heaven. That's like, we've never not had a 1,000-yard run. I mean, it just goes on and on and on and on and on. It's been going on too many places with too many guys.
Right.
They go somewhere else and they can't play. Unless they run the system.
It's just, like, to me in college, it's great because, you know,
Get them through being spoiled and never coached, and then you're fine. Now, this is all one back, and it's based on the secondary, you know, as to what he wants to do. So, it didn't get communicated because the left tackle, I mean, the tight end is going to the wrong place. So, this is part of that on-the-road shit. So he has made a call which makes 53 mine. Okay? That term, whatever that is, and it's bear.
Yep.
So I got 53, and I'm gonna use the triple out the backside of the bear.
Frontside guard's on club, right?
Frontside guard is gonna stretch. We don't really club this as much as we just tell him you must knock his ass off that fucking ball in bear, because he shouldn't be coming inside in a bear front. He shouldn't be. If they do, we foreman it, but we don't like to do that. We don't like that. So the read's going quickly from 1 to 2. Now it goes all the way to the nose because they've knocked the nose way out there where a tight end would be.
If you realistically in this 3-man backside, you're thinking tackle one-on-one. It's just guard's going right now. He's going to take over the nose, be helmet to helmet with the nose.
I like him to cut it, but I know sometimes they jump on me faster than I can
Steve says
athletically
linebacker.
get down, but we work our ass off on that technique. And you can say, well, you know, it's a cutback, but again, look where this 3 is gonna be now.
I'm with you.
Look where this thing is gonna be.
Yep. Cut up.
So we declared it weak. It's essential we run this because our trips passing game is too vital for us. So we carry this in every game plan. We don't run it enough, but we know, we understand it. We know which ones we have. This is a tough blocking scheme when you've got 3 on this side over here like that, because now the right guard's really at the point of attack, isn't he? If you just look at the makeup of the defense,
So this is where some of the ones we got.
this is one of the toughest things there is in that front. So the key's to make 4 right here so that you can throw the ball out of trips. That's what we do everything we can to teach that.
Now, is this play called when you say over, is this the same thing for you?
Same thing,
Everything's
it went
checked
from
in a way.
18 box to 19 safety, or 19 box to 18 safety. The safety is the term to the wheel. So here we go to the wheel. Because they felt the secondary was rolled strong. They had too many defenders over there. That's the backside triple scheme that we use in Navajo. And how would you guys grade the right tackle?
Yeah.
That's horrendous, isn't it?
Mhm.
It's just bad coaching, bad play. Club arm of 76 does make the read hard because the guy didn't go in, he didn't go out. Runner made a decision, I'm bouncing this sumbitch. When he bounced, he lived
Bounce
with it.
fast.
You get what we can get, go on to the house. If it's ever bare, we like to take it always weak. So it's backside bare toe. That's our term. Triples backside. Left guard's take off. Easy read for the runner, right? The guy with the left guard.
Easy.
Yep.
It's gonna start with 94. 94 plays out. 78 is read down the pipe. Good job of the quarterback keeper. Now he gets a box secondary. He knows he wants to go strong, so he's gonna take it all to the strong side. Now it becomes the same play that we just got through doing all the teaching off of. And the trips people block the trip side. Looks like a hard read. Let's take a peek here. Gotta come in. Should not go out. Everybody agree?
I agree.
Gotta come in. Gotta come in.
Tight end. How do you grade that
Let's
tight
look
end?
at it. Let's look at it.
Bad and just not taking it, finishing it. Good. There.
Yeah, I just don't think he's got enough thread. 78 is split us, but 50 made me come off, right?
Yeah, it's,
I got no choice. Tight end is too soft. But the read,
Medium.
if you aren't
1 to
sure,
2 on that
you're
one.
not sure, make it, babe. Let's
Right.
go. Let's go. Let's go.
One thing I'm getting from it.
Should go to the strong side. Should go to the top.
It's easy read.
There's pinch scheme with a wide end. See what we're saying there? See the right tackle?
yeah.
Is that pretty much the way we described it? I want to get in, but I don't want to get in too deep, and I want to run into the crease that was created. I don't like that cut right there. See that right there? I don't like that.
You
I
got
don't think he needed that.
frontside tackle stay on that pitch a little longer, or you gotta go?
I think it's time to go. I think we're out of time. I think it's because of all the cutting that he got so far behind the blocking scheme. This ball should go weak. He took it strong. That's a misread by the quarterback. We will have nobody blocking this one backer out there. That's why it's on there. Anytime it's bare, we'd like to go that way, weak. Because we got nobody to block the guy over the tight end.
True 4-3 defense, wide 9 end. Do you like pinching that or no? Is that too much for
Yes.
the tackle to get to the
Yes.
snap?
Yes, we're pinch that. If he's ever inside of the guard, we never pinch him. But if he's head up to outside, we pinch him to a wide end. Something funny with the left tackle here. He should never do that. See, that's something fucked up there.
All of these are over plays, right?
Yes.
Now you're calling a box right here to the tight end.
Right. We're trying to read the secondary. I can't tell who these people are, so I can't tell where this person is down here. But if this is the strong safety, we should go up there. But I know what he's seen probably. I can't tell which one it is. Is that the strong safety down here?
Feel.
That's what it looks like.
See if we can see the number.
more time, Coach. Say the last one more time.
Okay?
They just going, center's going with Mike here then, right?
Correct. It's Mike, unless this has been nickel called. I don't think it was. So,
What about the back, with the back here, coach in the back on this one?
I think it's a bounce, 72
First
inside.
read.
I think as long as you can go,
That's 10.
everything overflows.
I look at it
tempting.
because of that 7 technique and how much do you get into it, a tight end trips like that, that even though you got that 7, how much you gonna get screwed out leverage
You're
that
right.
receiver?
You're right, that's hard. It ain't quite as simple as everybody would like to make it sound, right? Okay,